The Southern Strategy, a political tactic employed by the Republican Party in the United States during the late 20th century, aimed to appeal to conservative voters in the South who were disenchanted with the Democratic Party's embrace of civil rights and racial equality. This strategy emerged in the aftermath of the civil rights movement of the 1950s and 1960s, a time when Democratic President Lyndon B. Johnson signed into law the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. These landmark pieces of legislation sought to end racial segregation and discrimination, particularly in the South. However, the shift in Democratic policies alienated many conservative white voters in the region who had historically supported the Democratic Party. Republican politicians, most notably Richard Nixon's presidential campaign in 1968, capitalized on this discontent by subtly appealing to racial anxieties and promoting law and order. They promised to restore order in the wake of civil unrest, a message that resonated with many Southern voters who felt threatened by the changes brought about by the civil rights movement. Over subsequent elections, the Republican Party continued to court Southern voters by employing similar strategies. They focused on issues such as states' rights, limited government intervention, and conservative social values, all of which aligned with the preferences of many Southern voters. This approach helped the Republican Party make significant electoral gains in the South, shifting the region from being predominantly Democratic to predominantly Republican in many elections. However, the Southern strategy is a complex and contentious topic. Some scholars and commentators argue over its extent and impact. While it certainly played a role in reshaping the political landscape of the South, other factors such as demographic changes, economic shifts, and broader ideological realignments also contributed to the region's political transformation. The Southern strategy, with its focus on appealing to conservative white voters in the South, had a lasting impact on American politics. It highlighted the power of racial anxieties and the effectiveness of using divisive tactics to win elections. The strategy also raised questions about the ethics of exploiting racial tensions for political gain. Despite its controversial nature, the Southern strategy remains a significant chapter in the history of American politics. It serves as a reminder of the complexities and challenges of navigating issues of race, identity, and power in a diverse and divided society. As the country continues to grapple with issues of racial inequality and social justice, the legacy of the Southern strategy serves as a cautionary tale of the dangers of using race as a political tool.